Hey guys, it's Chase. I am 4 months on testosterone, and I thought I'd do a proper update. It's January 18th, 2014. Alright, physical changes. I've noticed a lot of hair on my thighs, my upper thighs. Some more hair too on my bottom of my chin, side of my face, and a little up here too, like, still on my upper lip. It takes probably about a couple years to really grow like a lot of hair like on your face, so I'm not really I haven't shaved at all. uh my voice has deepened more too. That's still gonna happen with each shot. It's gonna lower more and more until it reaches its until it stabilizes, which will be like the year. So I have a little bit to go. I have 8 more months until I'm on my year. I've also realized I have a lot of acne on my back. Here's a little showing of like my upper. Right there, I have a little acne there. It's kind of like all over my back as well. Still on my face. It kind of sucks to have that. It's gross, but like I said, right now I'm going through puberty, so I look like a 13-year-old pimply, smallish, girl crazy boy. Like, that's how I look and feel. It's crazy. And I'm really double jointed now, like in my fingers. Like before T, I was kind of double jointed, but now I'm like really double jointed. I find myself when I wake up, they're always like my hands are like asleep, and my middle finger is really double jointed now. I don't know if it's just the T, it's growing with my muscles and it's pulling them out more. Because I'm not going to grow any taller than I am right now. I'm 5'4", so that's the only height that I'm going to be. So I'm a short little man. So, whatever. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, what else? Same with the exercising. Still the same thing. I'm, exercising really good. I'm doing the P90X3 program. I am on, if you want to see real quick. Here's my chart thing. Right here, I'm on a month. I'm almost done with a month. Yeah, this is kind of like my bulletin board that I have on my stuff. There's my grandpa's a tie, when he died. Yeah, I got to have it, so that was really awesome. There's me in 7th grade when I got my braces off. That doesn't even freaking look like me now. Holy crap, who is that? And my Spidey-Man drawings. Hey, look, freshman in high school. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, seeing old photos of myself kind of creep me out. I'm like, who is that? What? And then sometimes I think, I was a pretty looking girl. Why am I doing this? But then I'm like, oh, because I've always felt like a man and I felt really depressed. So of course, I don't know. There's just a lot of a lot of mental changes too that come along with physical changes. A lot of mental changes that I have just been experiencing more and more and more. And most of them, like I said in my last video, is the mood. My mood is, it's just up and down, and I'm sorry to anyone that has to be near me in real life, because I'm very moody, and I hate it. But it's like, I just kind of want people to bear with me, because I am going through puberty again. I know that's not, like, really an excuse, but, like, it is sort of, because my body's taking on a whole new hormone, It's a whole new hormone. Like, it sucks. So, sorry, okay. Thought I heard something. Anyway, I wrote this down that, like, I get a lot. And I feel like people analyze my mood and expect me to be 100% happy all the time. And if I'm not, they question me, and that's when I get really frustrated. And it's like, stop analyzing me. Don't you have something better to do with your time than think, ooh, how's Chase feeling today? Like, and especially, I get this a lot at work. Like, they always, like, some people are asking me, ooh, how you're feeling today? And I think that's kind of my fault for sharing too much sometimes, with people. I feel like sometimes I shouldn't have, told everyone about this. About me being trans, and I feel like sometimes I should have just stayed in the closet. But I realized I can't do that. I have to come out. I had to. It was between life or death. You know, it was. And sometimes I still feel more like on the life end or the death end, but it's not. You know, I'm not going there, and that's where people are kind of worried because they think I'm gonna kill myself, and I'm. You know, I think that life sucks. I do. I feel like I have very negative because I've just been through a lot, and you know, in this journey, it doesn't really make it like any easier, and I'm scared for my future as well. But you know, I'm not going to kill myself. I have to. I'm not going to be the coward and take that way out. I'm going to stay and push through through this difficult time, through this transition. This has been really hard. It has, and I just have to keep on keeping on, like my grandpa would say. And I know he's always there with me in my heart, and I have to just kind of set aside, how people think of me and just focus on me. And I'm not being so, like, in the narcissistic side, but that's what I have to do. I have to focus on myself and, saving up for my top surgery, which I hope to get this summer. And just stop, I have to stop thinking what other people think of me and just, focus on myself and keep telling myself that I am amazing. I'm strong. I'm courageous. I'm doing more than, what many other people my age, have never will experience. They don't know what it's like to be trans, to come out and be like, I'm changing genders, and to have all these feelings and emotions, and then have people expect things of you and expect you to be happy all the time, to be your old self, and even though I am my old self, I'm also my new self. And that's where I constantly want to try to educate people about, transitioning and transgender people and what we go through, and just try to lessen the ignorance that there is about transgender people and how people think that we chose to do this. We chose to. I mean, yeah, like I chose to do something about it, but I didn't choose to be me. I was just born. I was born this way, Lady Gaga. So, yeah, but I didn't mean to go on that rant, but I constantly have to tell people that. Or I feel like I constantly have to tell people that. But that's something that I am working on, because I think of myself as this disgusting person. I feel like I shouldn't be this way. Why can't I just be normal? And I feel like I'm letting people down by being trans, by not being Grace anymore. And it's bad, and I need to just focus on myself and just tell myself, fuck what people think, do what makes you happy. And it's so easy to say, but so difficult to do. And that's what I have to work on. But until I get there, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing, focusing on work and school and exercising. And until I can get out of, Waukesha and get out of this mindset and fully transition. And I'm going to push it through. I'm going to. And I'm going to have this guy with me. P90X3. The workouts, yeah. Whew. Yeah. I highly recommend this. If anyone really wants to get in shape, this is the thing. Gets you nice and buff. Although I'm not buff yet, but yeah. So thank you for watching. I'll update you guys. I'll do a video on Monday, my next shot. And I'll show you guys how I do that. Alright. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.